Kelly, is that going to look okay?
Yeah, it looks great.
Okay.
Hi, Kelly.
Good to see you.
Look at me. Okay, sir. Real quickly, what was your reaction when you heard the news of Jerry Jeff's passing?
I was thunderstruck. I was right outside the door after the show we did last night here, and someone tapped me over the shoulder and told me that Jerry Jeff had passed. And it just hit me like a dagger in the heart. I was devastated. I didn't expect, of course I didn't expect it to happen, but I didn't expect to have it affect me like it did. And been texting back and forth to the Los Gonzo band fellows, you know, that played with him so much, and they're all the same way. They're all just devastated. It's been a hard day. It's been hard to focus, you know, and get my mind off of it and get it on the show that we're going to do tonight. That we're decided we're going to do pretty much a Jerry Jeff tribute tonight. More or less just devote the evening to him to a great extent. But it hit me very hard. It's still a big, there's a hole in my heart. You know, we had so much fun, and we made so much good music, traveled so many miles together, and we had a lot of fun.
How long had you known Jerry Jeff?
Well, from about September of '76 to New Year's Eve. September of '73. When we did the Viva Terlingua album, that's when I went on board full time with Jerry Jeff, and then right up to New Year's Eve 1976. So that's about 2 1/4 years, you know.
I grew up in the Dallas area and got turned on to your music and Willie's and Jerry Jeff's through KFM radio. And when I heard you guys play, it dawned on me that there's a whole new thing going on, and it appeared, and it seems like to appear to everybody else there's a whole new thing going on. Describe that time and what it's meant for not only musical culture but also Texas culture.
Well, the times, of course, those are the early '70s, you know, coming out of the '60s. The whole counterculture revolution thing was in full swing. You know, everybody was, not everybody, but people letting their hair grow out and, you know, do the hippie thing, because that was the cool thing to do. And so this movement brought a consciousness, I would say, awareness, and for my own part, you know, it was like a reverence for, you know, a rebirth, a reverence for nature, you know, of loving the land, loving the environment. I'm a country boy, you know, and you know, the self-sufficiency, gardening, and you know, meditation, clean living, you know, clean, healthy living was what it was all about to me. And of course, a lot of the young artists that were coming along had been to college and studied philosophy and history and all that, and so it came to the music as well. And then, of course, you know, that was the idealized side of it. The other side of it was the party came as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so everybody was partying hardy and having a good time, and the music seemed to just feed that culture of that cosmic cowboy, long-haired country boy, and the melding of the two cultures, the urban culture and the cowboy country culture.
It seemed like it was a perfect storm at the perfect time.
It was, and of course, you know, you asked, mentioned about something about what we were doing. The simple matter is we didn't know what we were doing. We were just doing it, you know, like these guys, Jerry Jeff, came along and they gave us an opportunity to make some music, and we just did first thing come off our head, and that was what it was. There was no thought to it. There was no attempt to copy what somebody else had done. And you know, we used little tiny amps like this and acoustic guitars, and it just happened. And it just happened because there was a giving spirit. You know, there was an openness to the creative vibe, you know, giving yourself to the music.
How would you characterize Mr. Walker's legacy, both musically and culturally, and what he's meant to so many people across the country?
Well, Jerry Jeff, he was kind of a contrary to ordinary sort of person. He was different. He was that sort of, had that outlaw spirit about him, and there's something about people that admires that outlaw spirit, you know, because I guess most people, they're locked into what they're doing and they don't have a whole lot of choices, and anybody that shows a rebellious spirit, especially with a good nature and humor, you know, they seem to like that. It appeals. It appeals to human nature, I guess. But his legacy is cannot be calculated. You know, 95% of these young artists that are coming along now, and have come along in the last 10 years or so, you know, they'll tell you right out that, you know, their influence, you know, with Jerry Jeff Walker and the Los Gonzo Band too. You know, they include us in that as well. Yeah. So his legacy is, you know, it'll live forever, and it'll, through all these other artists who are inspired by him and are creative in that same form, they will just spread it out exponentially. It'll keep growing.
I didn't want to take up too much of your time, but I offer you a chance. Is there anything you wanted to say, or anything I forgot to ask that you want to talk about?
I'm sorry, I didn't get the question.
Is there anything else you'd like to say before I turn the camera off? Anything I missed, or anything you wanted to add? Anything you wanted to say?
Well, there's lots of things I have to say. You know, I just want to remind people and alert them that we're involved in a campaign called the Texas Masquerade Party, and it's to encourage social responsibility, just like the shows we're having here. This is a perfect protocol. Everybody is here at Threadgills, where we're doing this show tonight. Everybody's all masked up, temperatures, spacing. The whole thing is just like doing exactly as we have recommended, and we've made a video that encourages a first-class video. It's top of the line. We really did a great job. We had some great young artists come in and play the acting parts, and Shiner Bach funded the video, so we're grateful to them. But that'll be coming out here on the 26th. Is it due to come out? And it's going to be showing statewide, and we'll get a lot of airplay out of that. And our purpose is to get Texas music back up and running again, and get venues open, and stay alive, and keep our. And frankly, it's about preserving our Texas culture, which the music is such an important part.
It is. Well, sir, thank you very much for your time. I really do appreciate it.